Welcome to this episode of the Verilog Bench. Today we're going to be looking at ATB issue C from an RTL point of view. For implementers, the core job is not memory semantics, but handshake control, buffering, context preservation, and clean drain behavior. The first RTL simplification is to separate roles. A source only knows when it has trace. A funnel only knows how to merge paths. A sink or buffer only knows when it can accept more data. The key timing diagram is a stall case. When ready falls, the source cannot walk on to the next beat. It must hold the same trace value until the transport path accepts it. ATB is not just data motion. The sink must also know where the trace came from. That is why identifiers and ordering belong in the mental model for RTL and verification. Buffers make an ATB path feel smoother, but they do not change the underlying semantics. Eventually, a full path still has to tell the source to wait. Flush is where transport correctness becomes visible. The request edge is not the end of the story. The implementation must show how the remaining beats drain all the way to the sink. Wake-up signaling matters because transport state and power state are linked. The system must not power down a path that still has trace waiting for acceptance. The RTL takeaway is that ATB is conceptually small but not casual. Handshake, context, flush, and wake up all have to line up if the trace result is going to be trustworthy. If this ATB RTL deep dive was useful, like and subscribe to be notified of future videos. Next, we stay on issue C and look at the same transport from the software and tooling point of view. Before that, here is the glossary. ATB means Advanced Trace Bus. AT valid marks valid trace from the source side. AT ready marks downstream readiness. And AT data is the payload carried across the path. AT ID preserves source context. AT wake up indicates useful work on the transport path. A trace sink consumes, forwards, or stores trace. And flush means draining the remaining trace toward that sink.